Welcome to Smack This, the unofficial Godsmack podcast. I'm your host, Kevin Humphrey, where I talk all things Godsmack. This is episode 31 this week. It's a special Friday edition. This is episode 31. Uh, Guest appearances, part 1. This is a Friday episode. I was going to do one last night, yesterday. I kind of got home a little bit late, so I was a little tired and didn't really want to post one. I wanted to be more energized, so I decided to wait and do it today. Like I said, this is episode 31, guest appearances, part 1, and I'll explain more of that as the episode goes on. This week in Godsmack news, there was quite a lot of it. The band announced on Sunday that they have another show scheduled. This one's going to be in Oklahoma City, Oklahoma, on Friday, May the 12th at Cat Fest, KATT Fest 2023. Godsmack is the headliner of this show. The bands that are going to be part of this playing prior to Godsmack is Catch Your Breath, 09.36. I'm not really sure who they are, but I'm going to check them out. Bad Omens and I Prevail. And like I said, Godsmack's the headliner. Then on Monday, they asked us, the fans, if we had a question for the band regarding the new album. What would it be? I personally asked them about the writing of the songs. Was it a band effort, or was it just Sully, or was it Sully and some outside songwriters? They liked that comment but didn't answer it. I saw a lot of questions being asked. Hopefully, they'll do something to answer our questions as the album gets closer. Then, yesterday, speaking of that, they posted a message reminding fans that we're just a month away from the new album coming out. The new album comes out February 24th, so I'm ready, I'm excited, I can't wait. And then today, right before I got home, they posted a reminder for all my South American friends down there to make sure you get your tickets for the April shows. So if you ain't got your tickets, get your tickets. And that's it. Godsmack news. This is episode 31, guest appearances part 1. Uh, it's a little bit longer episode than I had expected, so I'm going to do a part 2 next week, next Thursday. And I'll explain again a little bit as we go through this. So I thought it would be a fun and interesting topic to talk about these guest appearances the band has done either with other bands' albums or other artists' albums. So I thought it was kind of be a fun topic. Maybe you didn't know, maybe you did know. There's a couple of them that I did know. There are a couple that I didn't know. So here we go. We're going to start off band member by band member, easy for me to say. So we're going to start off with Robbie. Robbie hasn't done any guest appearances on anybody's album. Uh, he's kind of, when Godsmack's not touring or making albums, he just kind of stays at home. Uh, he did do another Animal, but that's about it. And I've talked about that album before. So we'll get to Tony. Tony's next. Tony does have one. Now, this is one of the ones I didn't know about. He actually appears on an album by an artist by the name of Carl Rowe, and that is ROA. Album Lord of the Strings. A little bit about Carl. He is an instrumental guitar player. He's more progressive and hard rock. He's also in a band, an instrumental band as well, called Magic Elf. Uh, Now, on this album, Tony plays lead guitar on on track number 6. If you get this album, or you can just Google it or YouTube it. The name of the song is called Captain Courageous. So I did listen to this while putting this episode together and took some notes on it. So here's Captain Courageous. Starts off with this futuristic kind of sound. Sorry, there's my notes. And then like a little drum fill, and then the song kind of kicks in. It's got a great groove in it. Carl does some great soloing in it. And then there's some more drum fills. Then there's like this bass fill, a fill in it. Then you can hear Tony playing as it comes back in. His soloing on this is really good. It's actually really good. I like it. And how you can tell between Carl and Tony's guitar playing, Tony's guitar has a different tone to it, so you can really tell the difference between the two. It's a good instrumental. I liked it. I thought it was really good. Okay, so there's Tony. So now we're going to go to Sully. Sully has appeared on 2 songs on 2 different bands. The first one, now these 2 that I'm fixing to talk about with Sully, I do know about. The first one we're going to talk about is a band called Saint Asonia on their album Flawed Design. It's a song called The Hunted, which Sully actually helped co-write. If you don't know anything about Saint Asonia is kind of a half supergroup, rock supergroup. It has Adam Gonter on lead. He's the lead singer and rhythm guitar player. He's also was part of the band 3 Days Grace. And then you got Mike Mushik. I could never say his last name right, so sorry, Mike, if you're watching. He is the lead guitar player in Saint Asonia, and he's the lead guitar player in a little band called Stained. I've talked about Stained before. They were one of the opening bands for Godsmack's Wake the F Up tour. They were still friends with Godsmack. They're still friends with Stained, especially Sully. He's really close friends with Aaron Lewis, who's the lead singer of Stained. So, yeah, so this kind of makes sense that they invited Sully to take part of this. So, let's talk about the song The Hunted. This song just kicks right in. It's got a great groove in it. Starts with Adam singing. It's a great song. It's really good. I really like it. Sully co-sings in the chorus. It sounds fantastic. Has this little break in it and it kind of builds back up. This song is so good. I actually really like this song a lot. This song actually turned me on to this band, so I've been listening to them a lot. I love it. Check it out. It's called The Hunted, Saint Asonia. That is Asonia. So now let's talk about song number 2 that Sully's appeared in a different band. He is on a guest appearance on the rock band called Stitched Up Heart. On their album The Darkness, and the song is called Lost. Again, I knew about this one as well. Again, because he took part of this actually kind of introduced me to this band. They're really good. I really like them a lot the more I hear of them. Alright, so let's talk about the song Lost. This one has a video with it, actually, with Sully in it. Stitched Up Heart was the opening act for Godsmack's When Legends Rise tour. So they filmed a video while they were out on tour. It was directed and filmed by Paris Vision, who's the main photographer for Godsmack. So yeah, she helped out doing this video. So if you want to check out this video, check it out. I really like it. So now let's talk about the song. It starts off with this industrial sound. It's kind of Nine Inch Nails kind of sound. Easy for me to say, boy, I'm tongue tied today. And then it kicks in. Great guitar groove in it. It's really kind of really builds up, and then it kind of slows down as the singer Alicia, and her nickname is Mixi, Mixi, Deemer, starts to sing. Her voice is so unique, it's really cool to hear. I really like it. Her singing is awesome. The lyrics are great. The chorus is very catchy. It's so catchy. By the time after you hear the chorus the first time, you'll know it the second time around. Uh, then Sully kind of starts. He starts singing about almost halfway over on this song though, and his singing is a little bit different. It's almost a deeper kind of rasp singing that he does, and then it kind of goes. He kind of fades in back to his normal voice of singing. It's really cool. It's very different. I really like it a lot. The song is absolutely fantastic. Again, it's so good. It is so good. Lost by Stitched Up Part. Just watch the video. It's really great. Uh, so that's it of part one. The reason why I'm not going to continue on is part two is going to take up where Shanna comes in. Shanna, as we say here in Tennessee, has been a busy bee. And I'm talking about when he joined Godsmack, and of course he's still part of Godsmack. So we're talking about the albums while he's in Godsmack. So this is this is why there's going to be a part two. So he has appeared on 3 full-length albums. Amen, which was a former band he was in prior to Godsmack. He actually helped him record an album while he was in Godsmack called Death Before Music. So we're going to talk about that album. He's in 2 full-length albums by Ugly Kid Joe, another band he was in. Stairway to Hell, an album called Uglier Than They Used to Be. I always like Ugly Kid Joe's album titles. They kind of twist words around. And then, so you got those 3 albums. We're going to talk about those next week. He's also guest appeared on this one I didn't know. Stone Sour, song 30/30 dash 150 on the album Come Whatever May. I had no idea, so we're going to talk about that next week. Then he's also on the new Ugly Kid Joe album, Raid Wings of Destiny. It's kind of play on words with a Judas Priest album. He actually only plays 4 songs on that album. So, yeah. I kind of want to give a proper introduction, a proper note taking on that album, on all those albums. So next week's episode is probably going to be even longer. So again, that's it for this week. Episode 32, guest appearances part 2. It's all going to be about Shannon, Mr. Shannon Larkin. So if you know anybody that's a Godsmack fan, likes to talk about Godsmack, hear about Godsmack, send them this way. I want to thank each and everybody who viewed last week's episode. Tell them, send them a link. Tell them go on Google, Firefox, whoever else, YouTube. Tell them type in Smack This, and it'll all pop up. Again, that's it for this week. I want to thank everybody, and sorry about yesterday. You know, things happen. I'm calling it the Special Friday, so Friday edition. So that's it, and you just got Godsmack.